Welcome back, one and all, to Let's Mock / Play / Do Our Best to Survive through Resident Evil for Sega Saturn. We're playing as Chris, the man, the myth, the tank, Redfield, and we're not really worried about anything. We're going to pick up this herb we finished up at the guardhouse. Tried to communicate with Brad, I believe was his name, to no avail. Bad reception, so we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, try to make it out alive, and we'll see what happens with him. Hopefully he'll come through for us. If not, I have faith in our abilities, and just kind of playing ring around with the dogs here. Just kind of giving them some exercise, because look at them, they look pretty flabby, don't they? Just all skin and bones, which is not a good look for dogs. But to be fair, they look like they're Dobermans, which are lean dogs by nature, so, you know, they're fit. Just not looking a little healthy though. You know, skin is meant to stay on the body. And these snakes, now the first time I played this game, it seemed like it was a lot easier to get bit by them. But I haven't had any problems with them in this particular run, despite all the rust I've had on me, so quite happy about that. But not to give myself too much credit, because they're really nothing compared to what's in store for us. So this will be the true test of my abilities, or lack thereof. Now, I'm going to try to play this patiently to see if I can just kind of scoot ever so quietly and ever so safely past them. Don't want to attract their attention, even though I'm walking right by their line of sight. They're just kind of cooling out, kicking back, just, you know, patrolling the area. I guess they don't find me particularly threatening or tasty, because they're really not interested in me at all, are they? So I'm going to take advantage of their nonchalance and just pick up some herbs here, because you can always use more health, and I've passed up a lot of herbs in the game thus far, and hopefully that will not come back to bite me, because despite the fact I've been doing pretty well up to this point, I expect to start taking lots of damage right around this episode. We'll see how it goes though. So yeah, you can combine 3 greens for a full heal. I don't know if that's on par with the first aid spray, or if a first aid spray is still better. I'm guessing first aid is the best healing, because it gets you to full no matter what, and it removes poison as well. So I think that alone makes it better. And I don't remember how to make the best herb combination. I think it was 1 green, 1 red, and a blue. Or is it green and blue, then red? I don't remember the order. So anyway, we're just gonna... Oop. What happened? Did it break? Nope. Cutscene. And this freaked me out so much the first time I played this game. Keep in mind I was much younger back then. Hadn't played anything remotely like this. And, okay, it's clearly not a zombie. This is before 28 Days Later or Resident Evil Remake, so what could it be? Oh, it's a frog from hell. And... ooh, they hurt. Also known as a hunter. This was their grand debut, of course, being the first Resident Evil. And never have they been more frightening as they were in this version. And yeah, knocked me down to caution. If I was Jill, I'd probably be either dead or in danger mode. But we can use our new key right off the bat. By the way, again, that is the helmet key. Just not going to bother to inspect it, because why bother? Doesn't do anything for us. We know what it is. Thankfully, we don't need a lighter. We can just turn on the lamp here, I think. Here we go. What do we have? Magnum rounds. So we get a magnum, hopefully. If I can remember how to get that. I can only see moonlight in dense forest. Not reassuring, Chris. And what do we have here? Will you take the Doom Book 1? Not foreboding at all, is it? Eagle of East, Wolf of West. Interesting. Would that be fiction or non-fiction? And Eagle Medal. Sounds like a fantasy story almost. Or a folk tale. A medal from the first Doom Book. So we'll just hold on to that. I think it's going to be a while till we can actually make use of that, but it is a very important item, as you've probably guessed. if you don't already know what it is. And we are going to, first things first, stop by the item box and take care of that situation. From here on out, I'm going to be doing all that item management off screen because it's not too exciting and it just drains time in the video. Oh, yeah, we all saw that coming, didn't we? But we can get an easy shot off there. And positioning is so important when fighting them, so I'm just trying to get myself situated properly. You also want to keep your ammo stocked up full. You don't want to be caught reloading in the middle of a fight with them. It's just not good for your health. And there you go. Now, the shotgun does a lot more damage to them based on how close you are. So when you can get up close to them, it's riskier, but the payoff's greater. And we got some free stuff here. Be getting that in just a minute. Okay, and I should have read this first. A note for us. Looks like Wesker left some things for us. Interesting. Interesting for a couple of reasons that I'm not going to get into, but picked up some shotgun shells, clip, first aid spray. One of each. I'll take it. Every little bit helps at this point. I got plenty of handgun ammo, so I'm actually going to use that at every opportunity. Because actually the hunters don't take as many handgun rounds as I thought they did. If you land 8 good shots, that'll usually take them out. So about the same as a zombie, but it's just hitting them is the trick. So here I'm trying to, don't want to mess with you. Try to get a good positioning. Not quite there. Auto aim would be lovely right now. But this is 1996, 1997. Certain things were not ubiquitous back then or commonplace. And as you can see, not too bad. You want to get as far away from them as possible if you can get up close. With a handgun, it's not that strong. I just try to get distance because if you're within a certain range of them, they can either do a lunging slash or an aerial slash. Aerial slash, even though it looks scarier, is actually better because it will not one-shot you. If they do a forward lunge slash, they can lob your head clean off. And I'd be lying if I said that hasn't happened already. This is not my first attempt at this. Let's just say that. Yes, so this is the main door we wanted the helmet key for because Chris wants to brush up on his piano playing. Or we're going to get interrupted, of course. No such luck, Chris. It's the same for me. I can never practice my music in peace, so I feel you, man. I feel you. It's the giant snake again, aka Yawn. Though I don't think anyone really knew the snake is Yawn until Remake. So this is the final showdown. There's no running away this time. First time I played the game, I did what a lot of players did, and I wasted rounds on the snake the first time, not knowing that you could run away and that you had to fight it again anyway. So now, yeah, I could tell it was about to eat me. So yep, I'm going to use that because there's no way. I'm not that good. I'm not going to get out of this on danger. But that's why we brought healing items. This is one fight where you do want to bring them. I took a chance with the plant. I'm not going to take a chance here. But thankfully, few shotgun shells up close, and that's all it takes. And prehistoric polygons doing their very best to evaporate before our eyes. It's too dark to see. We're not scared, but I'm not quite ready to make that leap. Got to get my items taken care of yet again because I don't want to take the handgun just yet. Actually, for where we're going, I do, but there are a few things I want to take care of first. For you, the viewing audience. I'm not sure how many of you have experience with this game, this particular version especially. So I'm not sure what's familiar to you, what's old news versus what's new. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to be slightly thorough. Show off a few interesting things. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to tangle with this guy. We'll call him Jet. I don't know why. So Jet here gets a free shot at us. Do I want to fight Jet? No, not right now. Again, just like with the zombies, if there's certain areas that you can avoid revisiting, it's best to just run away. Save the ammo, take less damage. It's the smart way to go. Now, this is what I was talking about in a previous episode. If we see Rebecca in here. Nope, just Bundy. We'll leave Bundy in there. So there's a scene that props up sometimes depending on how you've been playing, where Rebecca is in danger of obviously being killed by that hunter. So you have to kill the hunter and save her. If you manage to do that, it's possible to get the best ending. But if you just leave the room out, or if you fail, she'll die. And you won't get the best ending. Now, I think that's tied to how long you've been taking to progress through the game, or also it's tied to way back when she asked if she could tag along, we said yes. And I don't know why somebody would say no, but if you said no, I think that can happen as well. All I know is the very first time I saw Chris's playthrough, way back when this first came out, that was the PlayStation version. My cousin had it. My brother was playing Chris. I was just watching, basically, because I was the youngest. I didn't have any say. I had to let everybody else play before I could get a chance. But I remember seeing that scene in his playthrough, because it was our first time playing. This was a new game. Never played anything like it. We're not going to be that good at it. We're taking forever to do the most basic things. But no, we're doing good. You know, we've been very kind to Rebecca. She's been our buddy, our pal. We've been watching each other's backs, so I think we're okay. She will survive. If I survive, she'll survive. Even if I don't survive, she'll probably survive somehow. Because she seems that resourceful, doesn't she? Don't let appearances fool you. She's young, she's relatively inexperienced, but I don't know. She seems like she's got that X factor going for her. And, okay, I don't like when they put them right at the door there. That's just not, that's not cool. It's a little slick, but it's just not fair. Now, I want to take this one out before, oh, never mind. Did too quick. See, the exact opposite of zombies. And I'm sure they would design them on purpose. You know, in terms of speed, in terms of agility, in terms of damage capabilities. Yeah, they're the polar opposite of zombies. And that's not a good thing. You know, zombies want to eat us. Hunters just want to see us dead. They just want us down on the ground, bleeding. They just love the color red, and yeah, that's what they're going for. Okay, so a fan of taxidermy lived here. That sometimes happens with folks who have a lot of money. That's as close to nature as they want to get. But they left some rounds and shells for us. I'm fine with that. And there's always some on the table, right? Orders. Uh-oh. Top secret. To the head of the security department. X day is approaching. Next X-Men movie? Complete the following orders within the week. And how many X-Men movies do they have at this point? Man, I didn't think it was going to go this far. 1. Lure the members of STARS into the lab and have them fight with the BOW in order to obtain data of actual battles. 2. Collect 2 embryos per BOW type, making sure to include all species except for Tyrant. Interesting. 3. Destroy the Arclay lab, including all researchers, and lab animals, in a manner which will seem accidental. White Umbrella. First mention we've heard of White Umbrella, I think. And that's the first time I've heard them referred to as White Umbrella. Usually they're just called Umbrella, so that's interesting. I think it's a good idea to ditch the white, considering the logo is white and red. Gonna hit the switch there. Might not be the most obvious thing to do off the bat, but by the way, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I did pronounce BOW as bow. Yes, feel free to laugh at me because I am. Will we take out the eyeball? No, we're going to take out the red jewel. It's not an eyeball. Get your eyes examined, Chris. If that was an eyeball, I probably will leave it right where I found it. My hands ain't got nothing to do with eyeballs. And now that we have that, we've got to find our way back to that tiger statue. You remember the tiger statue, don't you? Which thankfully is not too far from here. Only problem is we're going to run into some hunters I already know. If I can sneak by you real quick. Thank you. Not too painful. And more item management. Give me a moment, please. And that's taken care of. Only have the bare essentials. Carrying a light load. And if I can just slip on by, don't mind me. Please continue to enjoy the rest of your day. You never saw me. And a big part of this game is just understanding how the AI works. Yep, this is where we want to be. And, well, hello. Game trying to be cheeky there. It's like, hi! Gotcha! Except not quite, because I was ready for you. Because again, I played a little bit ahead off screen. Otherwise, I was probably going to die, so. Because I did die quite a bit. But you're not going to see that. Or will you? Stay tuned. Okay. So the tiger has 20/20, and he's so grateful he's going to lend us a fun little toy. Colt Python, aka the Magnum. Most powerful gun. With one possible exception. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And normally I would save that until the very end. But no, we're going to have a little fun with that. I was actually going to equip it right now, but Alan here didn't give me a chance. So we're just going to leave Alan to his own devices. Since they... Yeah, and that's the thing. I can't even say they don't know how to open doors, because the very first one we encountered did open a door. In fact, he probably opened several doors on his way to us. Truth be told. Won't use an elevator, but he can use a door. So again, they're almost like a combination of frog, velociraptor, and everybody's worst nightmare. Pretty bad, bro. So again, that's the thing I never understood about these scientists who work on these sort of projects, you know. Regardless of whatever reason they would have for initiating the project, I don't see how, and you know, I know it's fantasy, but even in real life, you know, they're doing some crazy stuff in labs, and I wonder, where is that part of their brain? You know? I don't know if you want to call it consciousness or what, but, or conscience, excuse me, but that part of them that says, hey, this is not a good idea. This is too dangerous. And any positive benefits that could come from doing this are far outweighed by the potential for catastrophe and destruction. And this is not something that we can control. You know, I don't know if it's just arrogance, complete lack of perspective, out of touch, I don't know, but I just don't see how folks can do certain things. Again, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So again, I think there's more to intelligence than quote-unquote IQ. Or maybe this is a question of wisdom versus knowledge. Again, what good is knowledge if you don't have the wisdom to use it properly? That's my issue. Okay, so we took care of him surprisingly easily. Quite happy about that. Apparently they don't do good with a back attack. It's good to know. Fortunately, there'll be few opportunities we get to take advantage of that, because we can't have too much fun. Yep, just more item management there. Don't mind me. You didn't miss anything exciting. I think we're about done for this episode. Just going to get back to that hole in the ground. This is the hole you're in. This is the hole we're about to be in. Just wanted to get my stuff sorted. I've got my handgun. Trying to save shotgun shells. Still got a few, but I'm just scared I'm going to run out, and that would be a bad thing. Because at this point, shotgun is basically our reliable. That's our go-to. So with that having been said, is there anything else? Nope. I think this was a good episode. Got to show off the hunters. Managed to survive this time. So we're going to call it a day here. This has been part 9, I think. I'm losing track of Let's Mock Resident Evil. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and hopefully see you soon.